It's a hard day's work to be mesmerized by clouds or an open country road. It's a hard day's work.
Good morning, everybody. It has been a long, hard week, even though I only worked 3 days. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, Tiff.
Sometimes those are the worst because you're coming back from vacation, so it just feels long anyway.
Well, you think it's going to feel really short, and so you kind of set yourself up for problems.
Deceiving, it's true. I have what I hope will be the greatest tip of the winter season for you.
Ooh, how can I resist that?
Maybe of your life.
Oh, whoa. That's
Okay,
what we like to do
overselling
is
it.
change lives, right?
Yeah, that's overselling it a bit. But here's something I learned, and I did try it the other day, and I did confirm it with an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Okay?
Way to do your homework.
So, thank you. Here's the deal. They say if you have an itch in your throat that you just can't get, you know, like sometimes it's like you're trying to cough or you can't really cough or you just can't really itch it, right?
Yep.
Here's what you do. I want you to do it with me, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
You basically take your pointer finger and your index finger and your thumb,
Okay.
and you put it on your earlobe,
Okay.
and you pull it down and you massage it.
Ooh.
And that, my friend, is the same nerve right in there that goes all the way down into your throat, and it should relieve the itch.
Get out. Okay.
True
'cause
story.
Here's my deal is I feel like I have like a tickle cough. I do
Yeah.
it a lot during the show, and I notice I'm doing it more lately because I'm worried about people seeing or hearing me cough, even when I have my mask on.
Yes, because you don't want to be that person who sounds like you have a dry cough.
Right.
I mean, really.
Right,
You know,
absolutely.
because it makes people nervous, as it should right now.
Yep.
So that's how you can do it. They say it's the same nerve. It creates a little muscle spasm, and then, it should relieve some of the itch. Now, I'll tell you, I did it. It did not fully relieve the itch, but it did relieve my urge to cough in the moment. And
Okay.
sometimes that's all you need.
Okay, yeah, I think it's worth a try. I like it. It seems like it's got some scientifical research behind
Backing.
it too. Yeah, a little bit of backing, which is great. Okay,
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for changing my life. I'll let you know if you change my life in other
Thanks.
ways.
Please write in.
Other than you already have. So habits that changed during the pandemic. So, you know, you and I have talked about this. Why are we tired more? I feel like we're doing less. So some people are sleeping more now. Some people are exercising more. I'm proud of those people. Some people are eating better. Some are eating worse. Some people are drinking more. We're going to talk about that in just a few seconds. But so I'm going to tell you something that I read in The Atlantic. I thought you'd be proud of me that I'm not going to quote Real Simple magazine
Real
for
Simple,
once.
yeah.
But they talked about things that are changing for people similar to the impact that the Great Depression had. So they mentioned things like all of a sudden we now understand the greater importance of washing our hands. Seems pretty obvious. Things like there are activities that we're going to avoid for some people for life. Because if you're maybe in your 80s, for example, you're thinking the rest of my life I'm not going to do certain things that put me at risk. So there are things like that. But what I thought was fascinating was they went around the country and they interviewed people. And they talked about some really positive things. Like there was a doctoral student in Minnesota who talked about her skin and hair has never been better, in part because she used a lot fewer products on her hair. Because you know that buildup
Yes.
that we get from going places every day?
Or just from using hot tools so much.
Exactly. Yeah, the straighteners, the curling irons. People who talked about wearing a bra a lot less around the house, which can be really positive, especially if you wear the underwire. Am I saying that right? Is it underwire? Yeah. Smoking. So there was this guy in New Orleans who said that he stopped smoking because he kind of became more aware of his smoking habit. And then there was a guy in Sioux Falls who said he drank 15 to 20 drinks a week because he has social anxiety. Well, not going out socially, he's now down to 2 to 3 drinks a week. So I was thinking about there's all these negative things that we think about, but maybe we've changed some habits positively that we haven't really thought of.
I mean, one of the things it's kind of a cruel trick to myself right now, but I realize how much I've relied on caffeine in the mornings. And I think caffeine is what's causing my 40-year-old reflux. So I'm trying now to do like half calf or almost all decaf. And I tell you what, I mean, it's hard to transition, but now is a good time, I feel, because life is just a teeny bit slower still, even though things I think have picked up. It's still a different pace than it was, pre-pandemic. So I've done that. The other thing this is really, I feel bad. I don't feel bad admitting this. You should do this. I feel bad because I used to make fun of my mom for doing this.
That's okay.
I now wash out plastic bags at least once and reuse them. And I used to make fun of her for doing that. And now I do it all the time.
See, my grandmother did that, who was born during the Great Depression, or before the Great Depression, but lived through it. My mom does that. I do that. I think our producer Katie probably does that with every single plastic bag she's ever used. Just kidding, Katie. But you know what? That is so good for the environment because those bags are so durable. There's so many ways you can reuse them. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. So some really good habits for change, and that's our sound off today. Go to our Facebook page. It's what habits have you changed during the pandemic? We want to know. Maybe they're good, maybe they're positive, whatever it is, let us know.
I love it if they're positive. Let's talk a little silver lining on this Friday. How about it?